Good morning, folks. Welcome back to Melanson Creek Farm. We're out here on this early, foggy Independence Day, picking our sweet corn. The reason we're out here early this morning picking our sweet corn, because that's the best time to pick it. You want to pick your sweet corn early in the morning. That's when it's going to be the sweetest. As the day warms up and the temperatures get hotter, those sugars start converting to starch, and it won't be as sweet. We've already had one picking. We done it a couple days ago. We got about a dozen ears off. Now we're coming back in this morning to pick the rest. And we're going to get at least a dozen more. So we got 20 ears picked off this side, and there's at least a dozen more in there. Looks like we'll have to come back in a couple of weeks to pick. Now we got to go over to the other side. Now this side here, has got at least another dozen or so. Not exactly sure when to pick your sweet corn. I've done a little short on it, but you want to make sure you silk. See, that just pulled right on out of there, but you see how it's all dried up. It's all brown, dark brown, except for just the ends that are going into the ear. You want to make sure that your filling of the ear, make sure it's got a good full development out toward the end. And then you can peel the ear, the layers back just a little bit, and you get down into where the kernels are. I'll get around here where you can see you got all these little flea beetles I'm gonna have to take care of. But if you expose the corn, the kernel, and you just push on one of the kernels and it pops out, and it's kind of milky, it's not real clear, transparent, that's when your corn's ready to pick. And you can just test one of the ears just to make sure that it's like that, and then you can compare the rest of your silks to that one when you go to pick. Folks, we got us about 36 ears of corn off this morning, and add to the dozen we'd already picked, so we're having a pretty good harvest this year with our sweet corn. Real pleased with how it's doing. And again, this corn, it's Golden Queen. Most folks are planting Silver Queen, but this is seed that I had purchased well over 15 years ago. And we keep all of our seeds in our freezer. And it's still germinating, 100% germination this year. It's unbelievable. So take care of your seeds, folks. And they'll take care of you. Now we're going to move on to our green beans. We got to get another picking of these off. This is our rattlesnakes down here, and we've already put up. Sorry about that, folks. I got distracted by our sprinkler system come on, and I was going around checking on it and seeing how it was going, but it's doing real well. We're real pleased with how that's working out. If it wasn't for that this year, man, I tell you, this garden would be in bad shape. Get a cucumber back up here where it's supposed to be on the trellis. It just don't want to trellis too good. It just wants to keep running all over the place. We got a good mess of picking of cucumbers, and we're going to be doing some pickling on them, so stay tuned for that video. But crazy cat, get over here. Come here. Hey, 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 hey. Come here. Quit climbing over the trellis. We've got quite a bit of beans already put up, but it's not nearly enough to get us through the winter, plus to keep on picking, so plus to keep on eating what we got on hand. So we've kind of let it go for a week or so, and some of these have gotten a little beefy, a little meaty. You can see there by the beans are starting to develop a little bit inside. That's fine, they'll still eat. But we're gonna get another picking here this morning, and we'll do some more canning over the weekend. All right, that's gonna be it for our rattlesnakes. That's not too bad. Our greasy beans and our half runners, that should give us enough to do another mess of canning. We're gonna get to picking our greasy beans over here. These are looking really good, folks. I mean, that's prime picking right there. Let's take you in here, folks, and show you how thick this has gotten up here, up top. Gotta get your hand up there and work it back and forth to make sure you get all the beans picked. Seems like the beans just grow up to the top, and then they just lay up there and just keep growing. I was hoping that they would run down the trellis or back down this side one way or the other, but it just seems like they're bunching up here at the very top. But really, really pleased with how this cattle panel trellis idea for the green beans is going. We're definitely going to be continuing to grow the green beans this way. Folks, the half runners are just about played out. We may have one more picking to eat, but I don't believe we're going to be able to get enough to can anymore for this year. But these were the last seeds that we had got, and I'm trying to be very selective. I'm leaving some on here on purpose because I'm wanting it to go to seed, because we do not have any more seeds left of the half runners. So if I'm seeing a good production off of one of the vines that's looking really healthy, I'm just going to leave some of those beans and let them go to seed. So not too bad, folks. That's all of our rattlesnakes, our greasy, and our half runners that we picked. Definitely not nearly as much as we picked last time we canned, but that would be enough for us to get several quarts up. So we're probably going to quart these, and then the rest of the season we'll be picking to eat. And right quick, let me take you over and show you how our watermelon and cantaloupes are doing while we're right here next to them. And you can see I've just let all the grasses and everything grow up in here to try to give it some cover and some shade, a little bit of extra places for the melons to hide. I know the wildlife will still smell them, but you can see down here we've already got several that are starting to produce. I mean, that's the size of your fist. These are Georgia rattlesnakes, and we grew some last year that was pushing 40 pounds. So we're looking forward to seeing how they produce this year, as well as our cantaloupe that's down here, and it's really taken off. I mean, we've got at least 2, if not 3 or 4 on just about every single one of these out here. There's a couple there, got one there, and another one there. So won't be long, we should be picking us some of this cantaloupe. Down here with our zucchini, you can still see how well it's thriving. That pruning didn't even phase it, and we need to come back in and do another round of pruning with that, as well as our squash. Now the plans that we have for these beds, we're going to go ahead and start thinning these out really soon. We're probably going to pull about half of what's planted in here And then we're going to do a succession planting, another planting of squash and zucchini to get us through to the end of the season. As well as our corn, we're looking to probably pull our corn here soon, and we'll be going back into those beds with a planting for this fall. So stay tuned for those videos. But the sun's already started coming up over the trees there. It's hiding right behind the tree there. So it's starting to warm up a little bit. Definitely not as hot as it's been here lately, but we're gonna get our squash and zucchini picked. And these San Marzanos are really coming on, folks. Getting excited about all the things that we're going to be doing with these. So make sure that you're subscribed to our channel. We've got a lot of food preserving coming up that we're going to be doing as well. So make sure you hit that like button, the subscribe button, and hit that notification bell so when we're putting out these new videos, you'll get notified. Thanks for joining us here this morning. Happy Independence Day. We'll see you on the next one. Y'all take care.